Hello and welcome back, my Flosstube friends. I just recorded my video, my update on my cross-stitching with my finished pieces and my work in progress. And I already said in my video before that I might do a second one today and make a little FFO parade. For those who don't know, FFO means fully finished. In my case, finally finished, finally. And since everything is out in the open already and I have my recording space here, I think it's good to make a part 2 with only my fully finished objects. So, and they are all smalls and they are all turned into cushions. I didn't frame a thing and I didn't do a flat fold or a flat ornament. I just make cushions. So let's get started, because I already babbled almost an hour for my previous video. I hope you don't mind that it was so long, but somehow I got carried away. It seems like a babbling day today. So without further ado, let's get started with my fully finished objects. The first ones I think I already showed to you last year, because they were my only fully finished pieces that I had so far. And I gave myself a challenge. Someone on Instagram suggested that. It was a FFO9 challenge and I wanted to finish only one. And someone said, okay, you can challenge yourself and make it like 9, and that's what I did. I wanted to fully finish 9 pieces, and I have. In fact, I'm not sure about it, but I think I have 20 fully finished pieces. That's not a lot for me. I used to fully finish a lot more, but due to life, it wasn't possible to finish more. So anyway, this is my first one. I finished last year at the beginning of the year, and it's perfect for January. It's my version of this winter bird from Heart in Hand. And if you watched my video just a few minutes ago, I showed you my new addiction about the pins, and here we have one. We have one decorated. That's what I meant. It's good without it. Just a second. It's pretty without it, and I like it without it, but it just gives it a little tiny bit of touch. So, and I choose to have the red beads because of the red scarf. So yeah, that's my first, and I have the notes so I can tell you a little bit when I fully finished it or stitched it or whatever. It's stitched on Belfast linen, vintage blue, and yeah, and I have a little snowflake button. Yeah, so that's my first finish from last year. The second one was Lizzie Kate Flip It stamps. I have done the whole series except for 2, and February was one of them, and that's how I finished my February. I think when it comes to February it will get a pin as well. I'm sorry, I have an itchy nose today. Yeah, so that's my second one. My third one is a Heart in Hand, and I showed it to you as well. This was done last year at the beginning, and that's how I finished it, and it will come out in February. I was thinking about stitching a little bit more Valentine's pieces, so but I had a hard time choose, and as I already told you in my previous video, that I stitched this la-di-da heart, and that's enough. I don't need to have that many. I have enough February cushions as it is, I think. I'm not sure. Besides, you can never have enough Halloween, Valentine's cushions. Maybe I will do a little one, a freebie or something like that. Anyway, now I'm rambling. Yeah, that's it. And then I'm not sure if I showed this to you, a piece from With Thy Needle and Thread. It is called, what is it called? Bluebird Out of My Window. And that's how I finished it, into a cushion. I didn't frame it. And the original chart has home here stitched inside the green, but I didn't. I just left it out. And I put on a ruched ribbon that I ruched myself. Yeah, and that's the back for it. So this matches the ruched ribbon. That's how I did it. Somehow I'm not so happy with it anymore, so maybe I will change that someday. I have no idea. So the next one is another leggy bird from Heart in Hand that I stitched for Easter. And after it was finished, I was thinking maybe I should have stitched spring in here, so it wouldn't be so Eastery, but that's fine. Easter is fine. And see here, I have a pin inside the ribbon, but it's just a plain one. So yeah, and that's the back. Yeah. And then I have stitched and finished last year one of the wordplay series. I started the wordplay series when they came out, but I only stitched 2 months, and now I have to fill up the rest of the months, and that's what I tried last year. And here is March, and I stitched this on a piece of linen from Jew Design. It's called Avocado, and I think it looks good on green, so it makes all the difference. I didn't want to stitch March because it's, I don't know, it has so many words and I somehow didn't like it, but on this green linen it looks good, I think. And then in general I'm not so happy with the wordplay anymore because they are so big as a cushion. I've seen a few different finished pieces, so like framed or yeah, or as a flat ornament or whatever. Maybe that would have been a better idea, because for a cushion for my thing here, it is a little bit too big. But yeah, it is what it is. I now have it as a cushion, but that's why I don't want to finish or fully finish my other stitched wordplay. They are in my box and I'm not sure what to do with it. And I tried to sew on a chenille. Maybe that would make a difference, but it doesn't. I'm not so, it's fine, but it's not so, yeah, that's it piece, you know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. And then I do not have the notes here for it, but I stitched the Country Cottage Needleworks Frosty Forest piece. And I turned one chart into a cushion. I know I have stitched 2. I have stitched the one I'm about to show you, and I have stitched the one with the raccoon, but I can't find the stitched piece anymore. I don't know what happened to it. And then I sewed the piece into a cushion, and I didn't like that. I'm so crazy, people. And last year I thought I have to do it like I do with my wordplay. It needs a little border, and I sewed on jute cord. So made a little bow, and now it looks so much better, and now I like it so much better. and I think I need to stitch the rest of them. So I already have everything kitted up and hope to get some of them stitched and fully finished, because they are cute. They are really cute, and maybe this series will get its own basket, just the Frosty Forest pieces. We will see. So then I stitched last year a piece from Lizzie Kate, and here it is. I stitched a piece from Lizzie Kate, and it is from the mystery series Spooked, but it is a bonus chart. And when I saw this, I immediately fell in love. I needed to stitch this desperately, and I still in love, and I still think it is so cute and funny. And what was I saying? I just don't know what I wanted to say. Here it is. Yeah, it's just the cutest little thing. I like the bird. Look at this bird. It is so funny, and the cat, and yeah. So I needed to stitch this, even if I haven't stitched the Spook Completely Mystery series, but I needed to stitch this kind of. And I stitched this on Belfast Vintage Dune, and yeah, made it into a cushion, and it's just spooky funny. So I like it. Yeah, I like it really, really, really. And I have sewn this in the RV. I had my sewing machine with me, and I sewed this. This was one of my first pieces I have sewn in the RV. It was a little bit difficult because you don't have that much space, but it was doable. And the only thing was missing was I didn't have all my embellishments with me, so I had to do that at home. But yeah, everything's fine. And then I have sewn another piece in the RV, and it was a piece that was lying in my box for a long time, a very long time. I have stitched it in 2016 and fully finished it in 19, so 3 years. Yeah, 3 years, people, that's not good, but it is done now, and it is just cute. Yeah, it is a tralala design. It's a French designer, and it has a companion, the what was it, a sheep and some else, I don't know what. It has a companion piece, I don't remember right now. And the companion piece was done in 2016, but I never was able to fully finish this one, but now it is. And the companion piece looks exactly the same, finished, except what has it in it? I don't remember. So, and then I stitched and finished and fully finished in 2019 a piece from Lizzie Kate. It is it from this series? I think I have it on, yeah, I stitched it on this banding. Yeah, I think it is from this series. What is it called? Jingles. It is called Jingles. And I have stitched the owl and turned it into a cushion. Honestly, I wanted to gift this, but I wasn't able to fully finish it in time, so I haven't been able to send it as a gift. Yeah, sorry. Maybe next year, I don't know. And I have a second piece that I made as a gift and wasn't able to fully finish it in time and couldn't send it. It's also from the Jingle series from Lizzie Kate. They are so pretty. They are pretty on the banding, but they're also pretty as a little cushion. And it's always nice to give a little piece as a gift, I thought. Yeah. And there are a few more things you could stitch from this series and make just a cushion out of it. Yeah, I have the reindeer. I wanted to stitch the reindeer, but haven't been able to. So the next piece I stitched in 2018 and fully finished in 2019 was the wordplay series August, and I have stitched this on a scrap of Picture This Plus Heroic. This is just such a pretty color to stitch on, so I enjoyed it very much. So, and that's the back, and I put on a little chenille from Lady Dot Creates, beautiful chenille. We are now able to get this chenille in Italy from Casa Senina, so that's really perfect. But I have to tell you something. I told you several times, and since someone asked me this on Instagram, I can answer it on Flosstube as well. I always sew on these trims, always. I don't like to have glue on it. But I got so frustrated because this is such a big piece to sew a trim on. I glued. Yes, I glued. Okay, I glued. But just because it is so big and it is so time consuming sewing on, yeah. So, yeah, here you have it. I have glued on the chenille trim. And because it was so easy to do, I did it on September as well. Yeah, I glued on the chenille. No harm done, I think. It's no crime to glue on the chenille. It's fast. Yeah. When I sew on, where is it? I go with my needle through the trim and through the fabric, and then come out and go back, and so I don't. You can see the stitches. So I have to be very careful to blind them so you can see the stitches, and it's really time consuming. So and for a big piece like that, I wanted to. I didn't want to stitch, I wanted to glue. So here you have it. And then I have stitched and finished and fully finished Prairie Schooler Santas, which I don't have my notes here. They are still in the bag because I wanted to stitch every Sunday a Prairie Schooler Santa out of the book Old World Santa. I already had two. Yoo-hoo! And I wanted to have all from this leaflet, but yeah, as it goes. I don't remember correctly which one was the first one, but I think this one was this year's first. In fact, I think I stitched this in December 18 and fully finished it like my other ones are, with a Jute trim. The only thing I did different was I put in a little bit color, and then I stitched the real Santa, German Nikolaus, yeah, and then I have him, this one. So now there are left, I think there are left 3, but I will only stitch one from this leaflet, and then I will choose another leaflet. Old World Santas, there's Old World Santa 1 and 2, and those are, I think, from 2. So I need to stitch from Old World Santa 1. Okay? So then I have a piece that was in a Just Cross Stitch magazine, where I have this from, and this is how I finished. And after that, I've seen it on Instagram, and I can say this is something that was stuck in my head as a idea and inspiration from Carol. She did it so I think I got inspired and saved it in my head, like how I wanted to have it done, and this is how it looks. kind of, yeah. It's different in the chart. So I think I got inspired by Carol. Her blog is Stitching Dreams. Yeah. So I will link everything in the box, description box down below this video. So, and then I have another piece from a Just Cross Stitch magazine, and if you're interested, please message me. I will look everything up and give you the information, the detailed. And this piece is by far my most favorite fully finished piece from last year. This is just adorable. Really, I stitched this and I knew exactly how I wanted to finish it, and this is how it turned out, and I'm completely happy with it. Yeah, so this is stitched and fully finished last year. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know why this always makes this curve. I have no idea. So the next piece I stitched that I intended to have it as a gift, but as well as the other ones were, I haven't been able to fully finish it in time to send it off. So this is a freebie from Cosmic Handmade. I stitched it several years ago already as a gift, and yeah, it would be so nice. I would have been able to gift it, but I haven't been. So maybe for next Christmas. Yeah, it's lovely, and that's the back. So, and here I have sewn on the Uticon. So, and the last two pieces are Halloween and autumn fully finishes, and the one is from Plum Street Sampler. It was a freebie, and it took me a while to figure out how I want to finish it, but somehow it just came to me, and there it was, and now I'm completely happy with it. And can you see that's new? It was like not a pin. No, I think this got me started in making pins, because I wanted to have something on this edge, and I wanted to make a little bow, and then I thought, a pin. I think those got me started. This pin got me started. Yeah, and I put on another chenille from Lady Dot Creates. She has beautiful colors. So, and that's the back. Like it, looks good. So, and then I have another autumn piece, and it was kind of difficult for me to decide how to finish. I couldn't find the fabric that made me happy. So, but at the end I have one. I think it's perfect, and it is a Lizzie Kate Flip It stamp, October, just like that. Yeah, that's perfect. I always want my stitchy piece to stand out. So the fabric has to match or to embellish it, but not to, you know, my first eye contact for me is just me. My first eye contact has to be my stitch piece and not the embellishment. Like on this one, my first eye contact is my beautiful pin, and no, kidding. It's the piece. I like the piece. It's just funny. I like funny pieces. So that was it. That was my fully finished objects parade, people. I hope you liked it a little bit. I'm somewhat a little bit crazy, so, but I do not apologize. It is what it is, and I need to take a last sip of my cappuccino. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much again for stopping by, and I hope you liked it a little bit. I rushed through all the things, so if you want to know about one or other project, please feel free and ask for information. I will give you details on what kind of linen or thread or pattern or whatever. Yeah, ask me about my finishing supplies or whatever. I don't know. You always get the finishing supplies much more easier because you have Joann's, you have Michael's, you have Hobby Lobby, and what else, and we don't have that in Germany, so sometimes it really is hard to get all the things, but as you can see at the end, it's working out good. So, and now I'm rambling again. It looks like I missed you a lot because I need to talk about a lot of things. Oh, I'm sorry. People, please take good care. Everything else I said in my previous video, and that's my main video. This is just a little bit on the side, part 2. Okay, I hope to see you again soon. Take good care. Bye, and a big hug to all of you.